Hey, it's me, Brooklyn. Hope that was not a gang sign. If it is, I'm sorry. Basically, let me go straight to it. I started the interviews in the second day of Black History Month. And the reason why I did this is because I wanted there to be a reason, I guess. Yeah, I wanted to contribute somehow into Black History Month. My original plan was to just basically just do a group interview with a bunch of friends or a podcast, but this was also me at like 3 a.m. thinking all these thoughts, so my 3 a.m. thoughts just be all out of whack. So please don't ask why I was up at 3 a.m. I just go to bed at 2 or 1 on a regular school night. Please help me. That's the awkward stuff I was talking about. So, I started off, my original plan was to do all 28 days of Black History Month, but as time went on, I could not because school is the main reason, or just because I wasn't in a good headspace. I probably wasn't feeling it that day. I couldn't think of any questions or anything, so I ended up just doing 15 days. And another reason, these are just excuses at this point, but another reason I didn't finish the videos is because I was not around people for 4 days because we had a school break in February. So those 4 days caught up to me, and after those 4 days I was like, what's the sense? But I did have a lot of people that said that they enjoyed watching the videos. They found that it was very informative. A lot of people actually asked me to interview them too, and I found that fun. But most of the time, most of the videos that you're going to see, I asked these people myself, and they found no, I want to do that, bro, or anything like that. They actually just was like, yeah, that's cool. I actually like the idea. So not all of the questions are the exact same. There are like probably 2 or 3 that have the exact same, but there's different responses, which is better, like, I guess. Yeah. This is I actually remember my teacher, Coach Clark. He asked the class. He didn't just ask me privately. That's the other awkward stuff. Basically, he asked the class as an assignment to interview a child or anybody, basically, to see their stream of consciousness. And this wasn't more of a stream of consciousness, but it was at the same time, because you can see that some people will stay on the topic of the question. Other people will stay somewhat on the topic of the question, but they'll go and stray on to something else. But basically, there's that basically again. I enjoyed the videos. I hope everyone else enjoyed the videos, and I just hope that someone out there gets a good message from the videos, and that they enjoy it, and that they try to use this as a different perspective and learn from it, because I mean, only way that you can stop being ignorant in this world is if you actually try to take the time and learn. So this was a learning process for not just people that aren't Black. It was also a learning process for me to know that, like, this is how some people think. This is how some people actually perceive things. So it was I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy it when you watch the video. Also, throughout the video, I wrote a poem, and it's basically, what is Black culture? So I think I'm just gonna chop and screw it. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. That'd be fun though. I'm gonna just record bits and pieces and put it in between the videos, and hopefully y'all will enjoy my poetry, because I'm just that good. That was a joke, by the way. I hope you laughed. Yeah, I'm sorry this video was so long and awkward, but that's just me. But I hope you enjoy the video. Hey Kayla, how is it being Black in America?
Being Black in America is tough. You're never Black enough for the Black people or white enough for the white people. You're in between. You're lost.
Being Black is probably one of the best experiences that anyone could ever ask for. I mean, it's so hard being Black, but at the same time, I'm truly blessed to be in the skin that I'm in, because what is there not to love about being Black? Like, we got the best food, we got the best clothes, we got the best dances. Like, we just turned. Even though y'all be hating on us and be trying to be racist and kill us, we still gonna turn up regardless. That's what I love about Black people. Like, we're amazing, okay?
Aaron, what's the funniest stereotype that you've ever heard about yourself?
The funniest stereotype I've ever heard about myself is that I act white even though I am clearly Black, and that just because I do things like I take dance and I sing opera music and stuff, that means I'm out here being white and I'm not true to my Black self. Like, I know I'm Black. I mark it on every type of paper I see. I'm Black.
Thank you, Aaron. Hey, Israel.
What's up?
All right, do you remember the first speech your parents gave you about driving while Black, basically?
Yeah, it was like, they first said have everything out before the cop gets there. And don't reach for anything or like make any sudden movements while they're there. Just make sure everything is out. And if they tell you to get it, be like, you can get it yourself because everything else is right there.
Yeah.
So that's just like scary because I'm Black in America and I don't know, like anytime I step out the house, that could be my last time seeing my family. So
Yeah.
it's kind of scary.
Thanks, Israel. Can you talk about Black Boy Joy for me today?
I just want to say that I just feel very grateful and privileged to be an African American, to know what my family has been through and what they made me to be today.
Thank you. How was it going to a predominantly white school?
I just feel like I missed out on a whole lot of culture. So, yeah, that's why I want to go to an HBCU. And
All right, thank you. Black culture. Black culture is walking down the street and seeing fellow Black people and speaking to each other just because y'all both are Black. Or playing Before I Let Go by Maisie and Frankie Beverly at every family function. Or giving each other that look when someone says something out of line but keeping quiet because you know the repercussions. Black culture can be two Black men telling each other, I'm just trying to get like you, man, when one has came on the come up. Or going over your relative's house and hearing my crew let's go, just to sit there and let them finish their conversation for another hour and a half. Black culture is going to church at 9:45 a.m., getting out at 1:45 p.m., but staying there an extra hour just because your mom wanted to talk about how good Pastor did this Sunday. Or going over your grandma's house and having to use a remote to turn on the TV, to turn on the box, to turn up the TV, and to change the channel. All different remotes. Or getting a call at home to be told, take the chicken out of the freezer 2 hours beforehand, but taking it out 30 minutes later because you just now realized that's what she asked you to do. Black culture is somehow being told, I brought you into this world and I can take you out. Or saying other sayings that didn't quite make sense but were passed down by each generation. What are some stereotypes that you've heard about yourself?
People ask me if I can dance or if I can play basketball. I'm like, no. If I shoot a free throw, it's going to the other side. And they also ask me if I know who my dad is sometimes.
Ooh.
That was like when I was younger. They're like, you know your dad? I was like, yes. I do have two parents. I know where he is. He is alive. Ain't nobody cheating on nobody. I don't got 6 baby mamas or none of that. I'm just chilling out here.
Thank you, Lee.
Hi.
What are some constant questions that you're asked about your hair?
People often ask, like, is it real? Or, like, what's the length of your normal hair? Why don't you wear your own hair? But honestly, like, you know, like, with natural hair, you know, it just takes a lot to just, like, comb it and just, like, twist it out every night. So sometimes it's just easier to weave and just, you know, wake up and then just go.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Black culture is not something that can be bought in stores and sold for a more expensive price than the original seller, or something that can be pushed aside when it's time for our youth to be educated, or being taught that our ancestors were nothing but slaves, or the constant wonder of, do they know their father? Are they struggling financially? Or can I call you this because your original name is just too hard for me to say? Or even asking, do you know random Black associate from that one business trip? Or having to be dumbed down something just because they think they know how to do it better than you, even though you've done this task 1,001 times. and it's most definitely not us being thugs and thieves and killers just because we fit the description. Black culture cannot be something that is assimilated and appropriated, but it can be appreciated.
What was it like transitioning from perm to natural? It was hard at first because I had to get used to not flattering my hair all the time, and I had to figure out new stuff to do to my hair, and I didn't know what to do, and I just used to look up stuff to figure out what to do, and it actually started turning out good, and I was like, wow, I should have been did this a long time ago. And don't even gotta worry about getting heat damage like I used to because I'm flattering my hair. Don't gotta worry about that perm burning my scalp, baby. So I think you should do it. It's a new year, new hair. So I think you should go natural if you're not natural already. And plus your hair is just thicker. You don't have to worry about thin hair either. Because when I was getting a perm, my hair started thinning out. And I was like, I can't do this no more. So I just ended up actually going natural. And I'm just really glad I did it.
Why does the Black community need to talk about mental health more? Because we have brothers and sisters out here suffering in silence. We have men who don't know how to be emotional or show their emotions because they think that makes them weak and less of a man, and that the only way you can get it is if you're strong and you make it through the struggle and you do it on your own. We have women out here cracking under pressure, giving themselves away to guys because they just don't know where else to run to. And mental health needs to be spoken for more because people need to know that it's okay to not be okay, and that you're not the only one going through, and that there's at least somebody who wants to listen to you and hear what you're going through, and that they're here to help. And the more that we talk about it, the less it becomes like a you situation, and more we talk about it, the more people will be comfortable in who they are, and the more we talk about it, then the more we can save other people from suicide and from just going crazy, because they will reach out and they will get the help that they need.
Culture can be described by using our food, hair, clothing, and dances and slang. Although we don't know exactly where our ancestors came from, we should know that they were kings and queens and that they'll be proud of our achievements and our progress.
Maya. Hello.
How do you describe your typical music taste?
When it comes to me, I don't just stick to one category. If I like a song, I'ma jam to it. Some people judge me by my music taste because they do know I love XXXTentacion, and his music taste is kind of different with it, like demonic, they say. But if it has a good beat and I can relate to it, or if it sounds nice to me, I'ma jam it. I have no taste.
Thank you, Shamaya. Whatever. Hey, Akia.
Hi.
Can you tell me what's your favorite soul food?
Favorite soul food? Well, I'm gonna be a stereotype and say fried chicken because I love fried chicken. I like sweet potatoes. Let's see what else. And cornbread. But it depends on who makes it. It's dry. But yeah.
Thank you, Kia. Why do you love your hair?
I love my hair because it's like an extension of my personality. Like however I'm feeling or however I just want other people to see me, I can portray that with my hair. So it's like if it's kind of like a whatever kind of day, then I'll wear my hair out. Or if it's one of those, I want to look really professional, then I put it up in a puff and let my edges down. No. It's however I'm feeling is what you see in my hair.
Thank you.
Hey.
My question for you is, how did it feel to be Black and doing ballet?
It was kind of lonely, to be honest. I feel like I didn't really have any friends, but that's only because I took only one class, to be honest. It was just like majority white people, and a lot of my Black friends had quit at that time, so it was just kind of like me and Summer, so yeah.
Thank you, Kaylee. Thank everyone who watched this video, who helped me create these videos, the people who motivated me, and I hope you learned something from this. And if you're Black, I hope you don't just celebrate Black History Month through the month. I hope you celebrate it every single day of your life, and I hope you find the enjoyment that these people found about being Black. And so thank you for watching it, and happy Black History Month to you.